Hello friends, my name is Sonia. This is Sonia with an I, and today we're going to do a cozy coffee chat. I hope that you have been doing well this week. We have had a lot going on, but mostly just being sick. I had caught a little bug last week and it put me out for almost the entire week. I went to work Monday coughing, and Tuesday until Friday, I pretty much spent that time in bed, and then I had a kind of a slow Saturday and Sunday. But I wanted to kind of jump on here and just do a little kind of a cozy coffee chat. So grab a cup of coffee or tea or whatever you like to drink if you want to, and just join me with your favorite mug, and let's just chatter a bit. How does that sound? All right. Well, as I said, I had an interesting week last week. I was sick with some sort of like cough, chest congestion, achy muscles, just goodness. And I am feeling better, even though I still have some chest congestion. And but the pain and things, I feel like I'm on the mend and on the mended road ahead. So I'm very thankful for that. I didn't do a lot because I was sick. I did a lot of resting, listening to books, watching some cozy shows like Murder, She Wrote, Golden Girls, The Cosby Show. Those are sort of my comfort sort of things when I'm sick. I cozied up to my sick blanket, which is my grandma's quilt, and I tried to sleep. I didn't get much sleep while I was sick because of the muscle pains, but once I started sleeping, I started feeling better. I'm gonna take a quick drink. I don't know if you can see the steam, but it feels very good. It is a cold one here, and it was in the 20s today. It's been in the 20s, 30s for the last few days. Last week we were in the 70s. Welcome to Missouri. If you don't like the weather, stick around. It will change. But tomorrow we're supposed to get up to 3 to 5 inches of snow, I believe. And I'm thankful I don't have to work. My work day is over, or my work week is over. I work on Mondays and Tuesdays at the college, or through the college. So I'm thankful that I don't have to go into work anywhere. I can work from home, or do what I need to do here. The weather was a little odd today. We actually got some sleet and a little bit of snow, but it wasn't anything too detrimental. It didn't really affect the roads or anything like that, thankfully. So I mentioned while I was sick, I did some reading, and since this is a reading channel, maybe we should talk about books a little bit. Let me grab another sip of coffee. This is really good, by the way, so I'm over here just wanting to drink it. I would never chug it, never chug coffee. No, you don't enjoy it that way. All right, so while I was sick, the first thing that I did was completely binge read the Scottish Shire series by Tracy Hall. I love this series. This is a 5-star series for me. Paisley is the main character. She has a store called Cashmere Crush and a son named Brody and a grandfather named Angus, and their adventures are fantastic. And I just love it. But what I found, because I was listening to it, the woman who narrates has a Scottish accent and says a lot of Scottish, phrases. And Dan and I were joking about something. We were never mean to each other, but we were joking about something. I was like, "Oh, shut your gob." And he goes, and I was like, "Oh, I've been listening to the Scottish book." Never mind. He's like, "What is a gob?" And I was like, you're shut your gob, your mouth, So he just thought that was funny. We just giggled about it together. Also, I got a new bird feeder because squirrels are jerks and broke my bird feeder. I have learned something. Dan put a slinky around my shepherd's hook to keep them off. It keeps most of them off, not all of them. And then this bird feeder that I bought from Amazon is supposed to keep squirrels off of it too. It does not, sadly. But it's not as bad as my other one. I have also found that when I completely fill the bird feeder, they dump it. So I've just been putting in a cup at a time. It seems to be doing okay, but gosh, squirrels are just jerks. They're just rats, yard rats. Since we're supposed to get snow tomorrow, though, I wanted to make sure that there was feed out there for honestly, the birds, squirrels, whoever, if they need it, it's there. I do get so much entertainment from watching those birds, and I know it's just like I'm in my grandma years, but here I am, and I'm just going to embrace it and love it anyway. Back to books. I have also read Dorothy Gilman, The Unexpected Mrs. Polifax. This was 5 stars. I got this from my dear friend Mitzi at Mitzi Reads and Writes during our Bookish Besties Christmas exchange. And I read this in a day. I loved this. I love how Miss O'Sassy Polifax decides that she wants to be a spy. She's 60 something years old. She wants to be a spy. And she walks up into the CIA and is like, I want to be a spy. And ends up being a spy. I love this so hard. This was so, so good. I will definitely read the next one. Thank you, Mitzi. This was a joy and a delight. Loved it, loved it, loved it. I also started one of my books for the Retro Romance Readathon for the spring prompt, Spring Harvest by Gladys Tabor. My gal, you know I love her. Isn't she adorable? I love her so much. I thought that this was going to be just kind of a little, because it takes place at a college in 1914, I think. And I just thought it would be a story between 2 college kids. And it does start off that way. And then it evolves. This is not just a love story between 2 college kids. This is a love story between many people, like faculty members and community members. Like, there are so many different little stories in here. And it's not separated. They're all tied together because they're all part of Wesley College. But it's like, it starts off with Julie and Mike. Julie is a student. Mike is a student. Mike plays football. Julie's dad is a professor. Julie's dad does not want her with Mike. There's all kinds of drama with that. Julie's dad is a jerk, by the way. He treats his wife horribly, and it makes me really angry. But it talks about their story. It talks about her mom and dad's story. It talks about the dean of college and the president of the college, their story. It talks about the music teacher who they're forcing to retire and her story. I mean, it has a little bit of everybody's story in it, and I live for it. It is so good. You forget that it's in the 1914, like the early 1900s even, because there's some really real concepts in this about, there's a little section where, one of Julie's friends talks to her about, intimacy and, because of course girls don't know anything about that. Then they don't teach anything about it then. And she has like this real conversation with her. There's another with a really, a woman who doesn't want to be a mom. And I know there's these conversations that just really makes you feel like that this is not necessarily from this time period, but it is. I am loving this so far. I'm about 75% finished. I probably will finish it tonight, unless there's just something that absolutely gobsmacks me. This is going to be a 5-star as well. So look at all these 5-star reads already. I am also listening to South of the Buttonwood Tree by Heather Weber. I read a Heather Weber in January, and it was 5 stars, and I loved it. The Blackberry Pie, The Mystery of the Blackberry Pie, I think it was the name of it. Fantastic. Magical realism in the South. Very similar vein. I'm enjoying this thus far, though I'm not even halfway through it yet. So the decision is still out. The vote is still out. If, how I'm going to feel about that. So that's all of my books and everything that I've been doing in the reading department. I really need to start my reading journal. I still have not started it for 2025. I haven't even finished 2024. I'm way behind. As far as hobby goes, I haven't really done a whole lot. I did color a little bit last week, just as I felt like it, and then I would put it down as I felt like it, but I did this picture here last week. was just kind of playing around with it, trying to figure out like how to do lights and light shading. I am going to order this book again, more than likely, because I'm enjoying coloring it so much. I have some hand like graspy issues. I shake sometimes, or like I can't hold the marker as tight as I would like to. And when it comes to really like small and tedious things, I have difficulty staying in the lines in that, but this is a little easier. So I'm really, really enjoying that a lot. I got a few gifts in the mail. Would you know, I'll share those with you first. Got some happy mail. Got this from my friend Tiffany, the Beach Bum Bookworm. She knows that Dan and I love to watch movies, and she knows how much I love popcorn. So she sent me this little popcorn sampling with these little flavor samplings. And how sweet. I tried the cheddar one. It was very tasty. And I used the Crunchy Ruby, no, the tricolor popcorn with it. And it was really good, really tasty. So thank you so much, Tiffany, for thinking of me. This was very sweet, very nice surprise. She said she knew I was under the weather and wanted to give me a little cheer. So it was very sweet of her. I also got a very cute Galentine's card from my cousin Fiona at Reads and Eats. She made this and these. They're just precious. I love them so much. And sent it to me for Galentine's Day. I thought it was so sweet. I also received this today from my sister Tammy, just a little thinking of you card. She is so sweet. I just love Tammy. Tammy is at Believe in Your Shelf, and it was very nice to get this, and thank you for thinking of me. I got another little Galentine's card from my sweet friend Amy Marie. Everybody knows Miss Amy. She is such a sweetheart, and she is like me, and she loves cards and stationery and stuff. So she sent this to me, and thank you, Amy. This was so sweet of you. And then I also got this beautiful card from a subscriber. This is from my subscriber, Debbie. Debbie ordered some books for me on Pango and sent this to me and thanking me for, you know, just how I packaged it up and sent her a couple of little things, because when I do my Pango mail, I always, you know, make it like book mail. I add little things to it, little trinkets and treasures and whatever. And she was just very sweet and very thankful for that. And this card is beautiful. I won't read what's inside because it's personal, but it absolutely touched my heart. It was such a sweet sentiment. Thank you so much. And then she sent me this darling little card with it as well. That is a wildflower confetti card. So you can plant the confetti in it, which I love. This was so sweet. Y'all, thank you. You all are so thoughtful and sweet. This community warms my heart so much. You all are lovely, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't believe I have anything else to talk about. As far as videos go, you know, if you're curious to what videos are coming soon, I have a winter vlog I'm still kind of working on, but it's very slow. My friend Julie from Jules Reads and Things is we're doing a little exchange, a little stationery exchange, and that video should happen sometime this week. But I don't really have a whole lot of plans with videos. I'm just kind of trying to continue to grow my channel and you know, do things that I enjoy doing and that maybe others will too. So if you have not, please, if this is your first video, welcome. And I hope that you've lasted this long listening to me ramble and chatter. But if you could comment, you know, if there's anything that you would like to tell me about your week, or any questions you have, or if you've read any of the books that I've talked about, or just any old thing you want to talk about, let's do it. Please subscribe. I do set goals with my subscriptions, and I have one that I'm really trying to hit very soon. And you know, you just keep plugging away. And even though this is a hobby, I still kind of like to make it, you know, set goals, just because it gives me a focus. So thank you so much for all you've done for my channel, all of your support. I appreciate you. Just know that you make the world a better place just by being a part of it. I appreciate you so much. I thank you. And until next time, happy reading. Goodbye now.